Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to make another interestingly named Chinese dish which translates into ants climbing a tree. Really not sure how this dish got its name. The way I make this dish isn't strictly speaking traditional, but the results are still tasty. And right away I've got to talk to you about noodles. What I have here are some opaque noodles that are often referred to as bean threads or glass noodles, and I will put some notes about that in the video description. I'm taking 4 bundles of the thicker noodles, about 5 ounces, and soaking them into water that I brought to a simmer. Make sure the heat is off, and just let the noodles sit for about 20 minutes off to the side. You're looking to make the noodles soft, not to actually cook them. After you're done with that, we are going to marinate some ground pork, half a pound of it. We're also going to need 1.5 tablespoons of sriracha. You can add more or less depending on how zippy you like things. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, and 3 teaspoons of cornstarch. Just throw everything into a bowl and mix it until it forms kind of a wet looking meat mixture. I like using sriracha because it has spice and other seasonings in it, but you can use Chinese spicy fermented bean paste if you like, or even just skipping it entirely. I know my mother doesn't bother with a spicy component in the meat marinade, so do whatever works for you. When things are properly mixed, set it aside and wait for your noodles to finish soaking. And when they have finished soaking, I like to cut them in half with some kitchen shears. It's an optional step, but I like doing it. When you're done cutting the noodles, drain them and just set the noodles aside. Let's go get some more ingredients. Get yourself a 1.5 cups of chicken broth, 1/3 cup of Chinese cooking wine, which is totally optional, you can just use more chicken broth, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. Put your cooking vessel onto a medium-high heat and put in the cooking oil. Once it's hot, pour in the marinated pork and give it a vigorous browning. I also put the white sections of 3 green onions in and continued to cook. When the meat is properly browned, pour in the cooking wine and scrape up any stuck stuff on the bottom of the pan. Then add the chicken stock, the sugar, give things a mix, and reduce the liquid. Unfortunately, I can't give you an exact time on how long to reduce because it's going to depend on a lot of factors. I gave it about 6 to 8 minutes, but if you're not sure, just over-reduce. You can add water back in if things are too dry. When you're done reducing, add in your noodles, give things a mix, and finish the cooking process of the noodles. You're going to want to keep things moving so things don't stick. It should only take about 3 to 4 minutes, but taste to be sure and go longer if you have to. If there isn't enough liquid to finish cooking the noodles, add some water. I like mine with a little bit of liquid so it's not completely dry, but that's up to you. Turn off the heat and taste and adjust for seasoning. I finished with some chili oil to taste and with the green tops of the green onions that I cut earlier. You can serve this over some rice or eat it as an entree for 2 or 1 if you are hungry.